Hey there, I'm Tucker, and you're watching D&D Daily, where we release new D&D content every day. If you're looking for D&D inspiration and information, then you're in the right spot, because today we're talking about the mimic with a gimmick, the Mockingbird. If you want to play the Mockingbird, you need 3 things to start out. First, your race needs to be Kenku. Second, you need to pick the Swashbuckler Rogue as your class and subclass. And third, you need to have the charlatan background. Like all Kenku, the Mockingbird yearns to fly, but way more than that, he yearns for shiny things. This could be gold, gems, anything that twinkles, he wants. And this also translates to him wanting to be wealthy and rich. Growing up, the Mockingbird lived in a redwood forest type environment with his tribe, and he really got on their nerves. He was a troublemaker and he really pissed him off, and eventually they came up with a quest for him to go on. They told him of a huge shiny gem that could let all of the Kenku fly again, and they sent him and only him to do this quest, entrusting him with their whole village's dreams. While that gem might have been fake, it got him out of their hair, and now he is an adventurer seeking out that gem while still being a forgery master and doing what he loves, which is finding shiny things. The personality of the Mockingbird is very mysterious and sneaky. Because Kenku can't form their own speech and they can only mimic other people's speech, it's hard to get to know him. The Mockingbird is also very curious. He likes to learn about things that he doesn't know, which when you put him in a city environment coming from his forest environment, everything would be new. He would try and learn everything and mimic everything. The Mockingbird is very loyal and close to his people, which very much is reflected in his background of wanting to find this gem for them. But more than that, the Mockingbird loves to goad people. He loves to make fun of them, hence his name. And in combat and out of combat, his favorite thing to do would be to make fun of people by copying their voices or copying their actions. In combat, the Mockingbird is going to rely on his swashbuckler traits to use like his rakish audacity and his fancy footwork to strike and then get out of there. However, the one thing that sets him apart from a normal swashbuckler is his ability to mimic his opponent's voice. As his opponent is yelling at them, he will yell right back, copying it in perfect tone. I imagine that this would piss off every enemy he went up against. Out of combat, the Mockingbird is a master of forgery. He uses his Kenku traits to be able to forge anything he sees very well. Now this could be applied to documents, this could be applied to materials, this could be applied to people's actions and people's voices. Anything that he can forge, he's going to do very well. And while it's not as written, ask your DM if you can put one of your rogue expertises into your forgery kit. In his downtime, the Mockingbird is going to be perfecting his forgeries and practicing his mimicry so he can get more phrases and more words that he can mimic in all those different voices. I think him speaking in all those different voices would be very creepy and a very fun roleplay opportunity that I challenge you to run with. Now the key mechanics for the Mockingbird is going to be 2 of his Kenku traits, 1 of his charlatan traits, and 1 of his swashbuckler traits. First is his Kenku expert forgery. What this does is any roll that requires forgery or relies on forgery, you get to roll with advantage. Second is his Kenku mimicry, which allows him to copy the voices of what he hears, but he can only speak when he's copying, and this is what allows him to be the Mockingbird. Third is his charlatan background feature, which gives him proficiency in the forgery kit, which is crucial for this build. And fourth is his swashbuckler panache that allows him to insult an enemy and make them fight him in a 1v1 battle. I imagine him using this panache to mimic his opponent and piss them off because he just keeps mimicking everything they do and say. The Mockingbird has 2 main weaknesses. First off, he is not the best against swarms of enemies. He's very good at 1v1s, but against multiple enemies, his ability in combat drops off the cliff. Second, he can only repeat what he hears, and depending on your DM, this might be within the past couple days, past couple hours, or the past couple minutes. But this would make role-playing very hard and making his social ability in many situations very limited. As an NPC, the Mockingbird would be a very frustrating character for the party to deal with. This is because he would mimic anything they say at any opportunity he's given. However, I think the best opportunity for this character would be as a forgery master. I envision a party trying to get into a royal party, but they need a ticket which they don't have. So they need to go steal one and return it, and give the copy to the forgery master so that he can make them their perfect copy of the ticket. However, dealing with him would be a whole nother discussion, as he would be infuriating to the party most likely. How would you use the Mockingbird in one of your games? What would you do to make him better? Let us know in the comments below. You can also tell us what you thought of this episode by giving us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, it lets us know what content you're looking for. And on the next episode of D&D Flavor Builds, we're going to be talking about the Noble Necromancer, a man with a utopian plan. Hit the subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss it. Thanks!